Previously I've built an auto miner, and then ways to move those items with conveyor belts. And now I've built an automated item sorting cannon. Hello and welcome back to my Minecraft Bedrock series where I'm testing out different mods, or testing out mods that I've built I should say. It's been a little while since I've worked on something on here, or at least since I've published something on here, because there is something new and unique to show you today. Previously I've built my item catapult, which you can find in another episode. This time I've created an item sorter cannon. It's all well and good me talking about it, but we should get to building it. Alright, let's see what we need here. There's an awful lot of rabbits around today. Doesn't look quite much of a cannon now, but we need gunpowder, compass, item filter, and an item catapult. What do I need for an item catapult again? Ah yeah, that's it. I need some iron, some redstone, and some rubber. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard to get together. I think the hardest thing is actually going to be the gunpowder. I don't think I have any stored anywhere. No, I don't think they have any in villages. I really don't remember. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait until nighttime and go creeper killing. I think everything else we can get together in our items storage system. Right, let's go have a look. Right, we should have most of this over here, or at least the base items. I will need to go get that wood in a minute. Let's just pull out 40. We can always put it back in. Then we also need some redstone. We're only going to need a few of them. I'm just going to pull out 9 for now. Again, I can always put it back in. Some rubber, which I need just 3 of. What else was that I needed? Is it just wood? No, I've got the iron. I've got everything else. Yeah, I think that's it. That was actually really hard to do in this camera perspective. It looks a little bit different. Right, let's go back. Let's double check what I actually need. Okay, let's get some of this crafted and out of the way. So what was it again? We can do the compass. Can we do the item filter? No, because we haven't got wood. We can do the item catapult immediately. Just the one. Definitely just the one. We need to get hold of some wood. And I should have a pickaxe in here. Right, this should only take a let's grab some food. I think one of the next projects I'm going to build is like a tree harvester. I'm sure I said that in the last episode actually. I really should get on top of that, but this item cannon is really going to help me. Do I really need to do another time lapse of me chopping wood? Yeah, right then. Got a random like diamond super storage in the middle of nowhere. I think I used this to make a thumbnail at some point. Right, this should be more than enough wood for me. I'm sure I remember I got more wood last time than I needed, and I was like, oh, I'll store it for next time. I didn't leave it in here, did I? No. Okay, cool. Maybe I'm just making that up. I don't know. This farmer's been chugging away, by the way. You can see over here, whilst I've been working on other things, we've gained an awful lot of food. And if you want to see my combine harvester, you can find that in another episode. We'll just make loads of chests because I'm definitely going to need them in a bit. Actually, going to need a lot more hoppers than this. That's gonna maybe a problem I have. Oh no, I do have all that raw iron I can use. I'm still missing the gunpowder. Okay, I have to think about how I'm going to do that. First protocol, let's see what this desert temple has inside it. Oh, silly, I didn't even bring a pickaxe. Have I been... Oh, I feel like I've been there. Oh no, maybe I just took the TNT. Oh, this is smart. Oh, god damn it. But, oh, actually I'll take the bones. That'll be good for making bone meal. Did I use the gunpowder in a previous episode? Okay, right. Plan B. I say plan B, as if I figured out what plan B is. Right, what on earth are we going to do here? Where can I actually find gunpowder in the game naturally? Apart from creepers, obviously, which, I mean, you may or may not have noticed, this world never actually becomes nighttime, so creepers are few and far between. Well, we're surrounded by ocean. Maybe a shipwreck? Right, let's see if I can find one. Right, that should help us. Let's go. You know, it'll probably just be easier to do the daylight cycle than find this. I mean, creepers aren't exactly hard to kill, but maybe we'll find something. Some really interesting, like, structural loading in this world. Like, what's going on over there? Wait, is that... No, it's quite hard to see structures here because of all the coral that's about. Hello, I think here we have a shipwreck. We do. Awesome, right. Okay, let's go for the chests. Ooh, TNT, but no gunpowder in there. Oh lord, I forget. Oh, hello. Forget how bad your breathing is when you don't have aqua affinity. Oh, is it aqua affinity? Oh. Hey, no. There we go. Let's check out that little chest. Yes, one gunpowder. That's exactly what I needed. Fabulous. Oh, I'm about to suffocate. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. Oh, it's not aqua affinity, is it? It's breathing. Yeah, it's really, like, it's really bad. I'm sure it used to be better than that. Okay, right, let's get back to the base and try and not jump out of the boat. Why can I not? Weird. Right, let's get back to the base and we will make that item cannon. I did that again. I need to stop pressing shift. That's ridiculous. Right, let's get back to the base and we'll make the item cannon. Pop that TNT away. What did I need again? I don't need that. I do need the item catapult, compass, redstone. I still haven't actually made the item filter. Oh, we'll hold on to the chests as well. First of all, we'll make one item filter. Don't want to make two and waste all our hoppers because we'll need them in a minute. Fab, here we go. We can make our cannon sorter. Now, this looks like nothing really when it's in the hand. It'll become more obvious what we're doing once I get it placed. I've just got to decide where I'm going to place it. This is going to be the center of our new item sorting system because we're going to move all this. We're going to actually make it look interesting. I mean, it definitely looks interesting now, but we're going to make it look fancier. I'm just thinking, where am I actually going to place our item storage? I kind of want to put it here where all this is located. I've got an idea in mind of how this is all going to work. We're actually going to stop using these item filters, but I'm going to end up still bringing them down and around. And up. Okay, none of this makes sense to you, but you'll see what I'm up to. Let's just start. Right, I'm going to place it here, and then that gives me the cannon default item stick, but we've got nothing to press this on yet. Let's place down a chest and a hopper, and then we're going to register where our default item sorting's going, so that goes there. So now, if I throw this item into the cannon, you'll see that it shoots into there, which is pretty cool. But what's more interesting, if I place down another hopper, we'll register, in fact, let's do these bones. So I right click on the cannon, and that registers Minecraft bone. Then I right click onto the hopper. If I throw these down instead, you'll see it actually turns towards it and fires it into that hopper. Or any other item, such as these oak planks, will turn back and fire into there instead. We can actually register this with an awful lot of different items as well. Well, any item in the game can have its own filter. So, oh, yeah, now if I right click on this, because I haven't registered it to the cannon, I actually go into the hopper. If I do that and that, right, now we've registered cooked beef as well. Yeah. However, what's also cool on top of that is it doesn't actually have to be one item per hopper. If I do oak sapling and I'll register it onto the cooked beef one, let's get it turned back towards a different one, so we'll throw oak planks down. Fab. You'll see if I throw this oak sapling down, it'll actually go into the same one that we did the cooked beef into. Now this is a really cool idea, I think. Well, I would say that I built it, but what I'm actually going to do is renovate this entire area turn this into a proper storage system so I can start moving all of that stuff down here, and then this will be the central hub for firing all of our items into different storage systems. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna jump into creative to do this. Let's be honest, like, don't judge me on that, because at the end of the day, this is all cheating. I'm building my own mods, but just showing how you can do it first. I'm actually gonna use an awful lot of the resources we already have to do all this. So I'm gonna try and keep it within the theme of stuff we've already collected by using the deep slate to create a different area. I'll catch you soon and you'll see what I get up to. And this is the new storage area. So I've made a few changes, not just to how we're actually storing the items and how we're getting them in there, but I've also removed the numbers so they no longer show. It was getting a little bit annoying. I didn't quite like the look of it when I was stood out here. I could just see all the contents. It was kind of messing with the aesthetic of the game. Now, there is a component that you can change within Minecraft entities that is always show name or something. I can't quite remember the exact term, but you can either have it set as true or false. When it's true, unsurprisingly, it always shows the name. When it's set to false, it only shows the name when you're directly looking at it. Problem is, because of how these entities work and they're actually inside of a block, it doesn't show the name even when you're directly looking at the block. It's a bit of a shame that we've had to do it this way. However, I have updated it slightly so that if I right click on here, it doesn't just show the name, it also shows the capacity as well, or the contents. So you can see deep slate 61,000, and my newest one that I've been working on is cobblestone, which is nearly 30,000. What you didn't see in those clips from before though was that cobblestone was actually a bit of a nightmare to mine, in that it was actually a little bit too fast for this system to keep up with. Well, the super storage wasn't fast enough to keep up with how fast cobblestone was just flying in, so I did have to build a redundancy in the system. And we've got another one over here that was storing blocks, which is set at, yeah, there was actually two of these. There was another one that was like 6,000. We're currently doing gravel actually, which is pretty cool because we obviously get two different items here. We get the gravel blocks, and you're about to see that one come up here, or it will do in a moment, or it should do in a moment. Oh, there we go. And it's going to turn slightly and go straight into the gravel one. But we've also got flint. Flint's nowhere near as much as the gravel, so we've got, what, 18 flint, but we've got 142 gravel. However, that'll just chip away, so that'll be nice if I ever want to make arrows. Of course, like, I do half play this world in creative, so I could just create the arrows, but that's kind of not the point of some of the stuff I'm doing here. I don't really have a strict rule on it, but I feel like every time I choose to take an item, I'm going to at least build it first. There's certain rules I'm playing by here. You may have seen the conveyor belts in a previous episode, which are really cool, and they don't actually use any scripting, they only use functions, which I may change in the future. I don't know which one's better for like lag and stuff, but it doesn't seem to be an issue at the moment. You may also notice, or you may have noticed in those episodes, I don't actually have a conveyor belt for things to go down. The only way I've got is with this item catapult. Because of the way this is set up, the cobblestone or the items actually shoot all the way up in the air first, drop back down, and then shoot down here. It was actually a complete mistake that this happened. However, I'm really happy with how it looks, and I'm not willing to change it because it doesn't actually ever fail when doing this. It works every time. Oh, there's some flint I just saw. So in a moment, what we should see when that flint comes in, just sorting the cobblestone at the moment. Oh, there'll also be some gravel mixed in here, but I find it harder to see that. It's definitely gravel there. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, it's not as dramatic a move because it's all and the same stuff. Let's see. Oh, there we go. In fact, what I'll do is pull something else out. We can see something from over here. All right, we'll pop that in there and then head back so we can see a bit more of a dramatic change in the turn. Here we go, some wheat there, so in a moment should turn quite dramatic. There we go, and once it's fired the wheat, it's going to turn back. So that is our new storage system. Of course, in the vanilla game we now have copper golems, which are also a really good way of storing items and actually a lot more interesting than previous sorting systems. However, I quite like this because I feel it's even more dramatic. I think in the next episode I'm really going to have to finally build that auto harvester. I've got a few ideas in mind of what that's going to look like, but of course, as ever, I'm going to make it look a little bit different. If you've got any ideas of what I could add to this pack, feel free to let me know in the comments. But until next time, take care and may your pets never break.